48. All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Alyssa Orling.
Ms. Orling, you're here in 2021 CF 2884AO on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and battery dating violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest.
And I think we have a witness. Our victim.
All right. Can you state your name?
Amanda Fields. Oh, shit.
Oh, there.
Amanda Fields.
There you go. Can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? Do you
Yes.
solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can you tell me how you know Ms. Orling?
Girlfriend.
All right. And do you want to have contact with her?
Yeah, I don't want to pursue any charges.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's get to the colloquy, then we can talk about everything
Yes,
else that
sir.
we want to
Yes,
talk about.
right.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
All right. Has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
All right. Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
Possibly.
Which one, drugs or alcohol, or both?
Oh, just probably alcohol.
All right. All right. Say, you have any questions for the witness?
Not at all, no.
No, the state.
Oh, me.
Briefly, Your Honor, if anything like this were to ever occur in the future, would you be willing to call 911?
Yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Ms. George, you have any questions for the witness?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. I'm going to set your bond in count one in the amount of $2,000, count two in the amount of $500. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision that you have no hostile contact with the victim in this case. So now everybody understands in the audience, and since not everybody can hear me out in the audience, what I mean by no hostile contact is this. You're allowed to have disagreements with your significant other. We live in a world where conflict is inevitable. You're going to have arguments. You're not going to agree on everything. But those disagreements cannot turn violent. They cannot turn threatening. They cannot come to the point where either the victim's going to call law enforcement or somebody that sees you all or hears you arguing is going to call law enforcement. Because if that happens, that means you're going to spend time here with me at the Orange County Jail. Understand that?
Yes.
All right. You cannot possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Can you hear me? Or
What did you
may
say?
not possess any weapons or firearms. Any
I don't
weapons or firearms you have
have
need to be turned over
anything.
to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. May not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you 30 days for any narcotics that may be in your system before that first test happens, but alcohol testing will happen immediately. You
When
understand?
is this test happening?
You'll be
Today?
randomly tested for drugs and alcohol.
Oh, okay.
I want to give you a 30-day grace period because I don't know if you consumed narcotics in the last 30 days.
Okay.
But if it should be out of your system by 30 days, if you had used any before you get popped for a positive test. All right? I want to set you up to fail.
Where do I take the test at?
You're going to talk to pretrial release services. They're going to inform you about how that's going to work before you leave the jail today. You understand? Okay?
Yes.
All right. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you. Am I leaving today?
If you're able to post bond, yes. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Jermaine Jones.
Mr. Jones, you are here in 2021 MM 1732 AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. And this is another one where I was state 50-50 as to, because the allegations are that she reached across him while he was in the driver's seat while the back door was open, and then the car moved forward and hit her with the door. And she says she thinks that he intentionally.
Your Honor, the affidavit says he accelerated forward at a high rate of speed, so it's not as if it doesn't read as if it was an accident and his foot slipped off the brake. It does seem as to be an actual battery and an intentional act, because he did not like her reaching across from him.
Wait. Everything you tell me is being recorded. So I want to appoint Ms. George to represent you. You can talk to her quickly about whatever you need to talk to her about.
And the door struck her so hard she fell to the ground.
That's not that hard.
Your Honor, we would just argue that there isn't a battery. As you stated, she reached over in the vehicle, and she alleges that he accelerated. But other than that, that's all we have, that he accelerated and hit her with the vehicle.
If Your Honor is not inclined to find PC, state would ask for 24 hours to obtain additional information.
Yeah, I'll grant it.
I have to be the
We'll
worst.
talk to the
Talk today. If I could please get something settled for me, because I've been trying so hard right now.
I'll do this, if that's what your desire is, because I have to get to say 24 hours if they want to obtain probable cause. Based on your history, you should qualify for pretrial, right?
Your Honor, he had 7 failures to appear. The last
Yeah, I
one
know.
was
I'm not going to release him on his own recognizance. I'm just trying to, because he wasn't interviewed.
He was interviewed.
Do I have it updated?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't get the print. I just saw that
Okay.
he was interviewed. They still didn't qualify him, but if you want to qualify him,
All right, sir. I'm not sure. They say reason why, or? Because he has no open cases. There doesn't seem to be anything violent in his history.
I guess unable to verify any of his information. Victim was contacted. Victim does not wish to attend initial appearance, stated she is in fear of the defendant. Victim was unable to verify defendant's information. That's what it-
Mr. George, can you ask Mr. Jones if, because I don't think they live together, right? No. All right. So, sir, I'm going to set your bond amount of $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision, that you have no contact with the victim, that you maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any items you may have at her residence. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol. Without a valid prescription, you'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you 30 days for any narcotics testing before that starts, but alcohol testing will happen immediately. So you can bond out, or you can come see me tomorrow to see if the state has some different additional information as to this case. So it's up to you what you want to do. You understand what's going on, Mr. Jones?
Okay, so it's either I have to bond out or I'm not.
You can bond out, so you can get out. Because I didn't make a probable cause determination yet, because I'm going to wait for the state to see if they can give me some more information. And then if you want to come back tomorrow, if they don't have any more information, unless I get a different reading of the law, different understanding of these facts, it's kind of hard for me to put this in the category of criminal battery, all right? So you can bond out if you want. You understand? All right? You understand no contact order? You got any questions? All right, have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Takara Thomas.
Ms. Thomas, you're here in 2021 MM 1729 AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. All right, the court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Can somebody tell me where the last aggravated battery was, this arrest? When that was?
1 second, Your Honor. I don't believe it was in Orange County, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, ma'am, I'm going to set your bond in this case amount of $1,500. Condition of your bond is you had to have no contact with the victim. You need to maintain a separate residence from the victim. Yes, ma'am.
It was, Your Honor. In August of 2017, it was an aggravated battery on domestic violence on same victim.
Yep, all right. All right, I'll set your bond, ma'am, still at $1,500. Condition of your bond is that you have no contact with the victim. You need to maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Do you have any questions about a no-contact order, ma'am? All right, have a great day. All right. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Elderly normal.
Mr. Elderly, you're here in 2021 MM 1722AO on a charge of trespass on property after warning. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest.
Your Honor, there's an offer in this case. It's an adjudication, credit time served, and no return.
Your Honor, we cannot accept the offer today. On January 26, 2021, he was deemed incompetent.
All right.
You would just ask for a ROI.
All right, Mr. Early, I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance with these two conditions. That you, is there a conditional release order in place?
Not that I know of, Your Honor, but I can double check.
All right, did you abide by any orders in your open case that you have? If you had to see a doctor, you gotta go see a doctor. If you need to go to Aspire or Lakeside to receive treatment, you need to do that. You understand that?
No, so I'm reading this today?
Yeah, you gonna leave for today? Well, like, you need to listen to my conditions.
Yeah.
Don't return to the scene where this happened,
Yes, brother.
all right?
I should
You
be
need to keep
released
it.
what time today?
Say again?
I should be released today.
Yes. You need to keep in contact with your attorney.
Yo, what time should I be released today?
What time? Cover your face. There you go. Cover your face.
Yeah.
You need to cover your face.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm not sure what time you're gonna be released. That's not, I don't control that. But listen, wait, come back. Listen. You need to keep in contact with your attorney. Show up at all your court dates is gonna be on your paperwork, all right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna take any action on your out on bond case. Have a great day.
Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Hold on a second. All right, tell me your name, sir.
My name is Joseph Dyer.
All right, Mr. Dyer, you're here in a few matters. The first one is 2021 MM 51AE for charge of battery, disorderly intoxication, and criminal mischief. And you're here also in 2021 CF 2925AO on charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Sir,
Oh, wait. Everything you tell me is being recorded. So you may want to think you're telling me something you think is going to be so helpful to you. It's going to be the silver bullet in the case.
that's fine with me.
I was a prosecutor for a long time. I'm telling you.
Well, let me explain.
And I would
Nothing the
advise-
defendant ever explained to a judge.
The girl was.
Wait.
Store, and I don't know this person. I didn't pull no weapon.
Wait.
That's all a lie. All I did was go in there to buy something, and I'm getting attacked.
Okay.
I didn't touch nobody. I didn't battery nobody. I did throw some stuff on the floor because I was upset about the lady hit me in my face.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing else. So all this is all a lie. I have a witness that was there watching me, my ride that drove me
All
there.
right, Mr. Dyer.
So it's all on camera.
That's good.
Oh.
Today, that's not what the law tells me I need to do.
I understand.
So today, based on the affidavit that I have in front of me,
Yes,
the
sir.
court's going to find probable cause for your arrest. Now, I'm going to set.
I know I'm innocent. I know that.
Yeah, that may be true. They have trials and
don't know. how-
Great places are places to resolve that situation. I want to stay your bonds is set at $2,500 as to the felony, 500, 100, 100 as to the misdemeanor charges. Condition of those bonds, you cannot return to the scene of the location, cannot have any contact with the victim.
Yes, sir.
May not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. All right?
So how much is the whole bond is what,
Be $3,200.
is there any way they could make like a pre-trial like thing or release or something? Because,
But you don't qualify based on your history,
okay,
just probably unlikely. All right?
I don't understand this whole thing. It's crazy.
We'll get it resolved soon. The state of Florida may never file charges. So then, it'll be all gone and done. So have a great day.
Yes, sir. Have a blessed day.
You too. All right, tell me your name, sir.
State your name.
Name?
Yes, yes, your name?
Andy, Duran Garcia Angel.
All right, I can't hear you.
My name is Andy Duran Garcia Angel. What's my name?
Is your name Andy Garcia Angel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're here in 2021 CF 2883 AO on charge of burglary of a structure.
Yes, sir.
All right, the court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bond, an amount of $3,500. Condition of your bonds, do not return to the scene of the location, and not have any contact with any victims or witnesses. You were out on bond or ROR actually, in 2021 CF 28883 AO. Court is going to revoke that ROR status, going to set a new bond in amount of $3,500. Condition of that bond, you have no contact with the victim, any victims or witnesses, and you do not return to the scene of the location where the theft happened. Understand? All right, appointed public defender to represent you in all your cases. Have a great day. 3,500. All right. Hey, tell me your name, sir.
Donald Hill III.
All right, Mr. Hill, you're here in 2021 CF 2932 AO on a warrant signed by a judge finding probable cause for the charges of attempted first-degree murder with a firearm with discharge causing an injury, home invasion robbery with a firearm, aggravated battery with a firearm with a discharge, burglary of a dwelling with assault battery therein with a firearm, and grand theft of a dwelling of more than $100. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you as to this case. State, what are you asking me to do as to the
Yes, Your Honor.
counts 1, 2, and
4.
4?
Since he's sitting on 2 PBLs and a life offense, state would ask that he be sitting on no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
All right. And Ms. George, what are you asking me to do for this, Mr. Hill?
No argument. We reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing in the trial.
All right, Mr. Hill, based on that argument, the court's going to stay your bonds in counts 1, 2, and 4 and 0. Count 3, I want to set your bond amount of $50,000. And count 4, I want to set your bond amount of $1,000. Condition of your bond, count 5, I'm sorry, count 5, sorry. Count 5 and set your bond of $1,000. Condition of your bonds, you had no contact with the victims, any victims or victims' families, that you are to not have any contact with any of your co-defendants. You have, or any other witness in this case. You are to not return to the scene, the location where this incident happened. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
You too.
There you go. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me your name?
Eric Antonio Wilkerson.
Mr. Wilkerson, you're here in 2020 CF 157 and 2020 CF 7151 AO for failure to appear warrants. The judge signing those cases set your bond at $2,500 each, so $2,500 for each of those warrants. You're also here in 2021 MM 1735 AO for charge of resisting officer without violence. And the court did review the charging affidavit in the case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. States an offer to resolve the resisting case.
Okay.
One second, Your Honor. It'd be an adjudication credit time served, Your Honor.
Mr. Wilkerson, if you want to resolve the resisting case you're arrested on just the other day, you can do that with adjudication of guilt credit time served if you want to do that today.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, before I do that, I want to let you know that I do intend to revoke your RR status on your out on bond case. I want to set a bond on your case. You understand that? You understand what's going on? Do you understand what's happening?
Can you repeat that? Now?
You can resolve your case you're arrested on the other day.
Yes, sir.
You have a case that you're out on bond for in 2020 CF 1593 AO.
Sir.
I'm planning to revoke that release on that case, and I want to set a bond on those cases.
Sir.
All right, do you understand that's what's going to happen?
Yes, sir.
Or do you still want to resolve the other case? You talk to Ms. George if you want. And counsel, you have a case that you need, which you address?
I can just address it, Your Honor, in between, or if you want to.
No, I just want to know the name so I can pull it next.
So it's on a county, there's 3 problems, I think.
Is the plea? Whoa, wait. Is it the plea?
Yes, it is. It's-
All right, okay, I have it here. I just want to know what case I was addressing. So we'll address the,
We're gonna have issues with it. Okay, yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Lauren Miller.
She's not, that's the problem. We're gonna have issues.
She's what? Oh, well.
Your Honor, let's
Yeah.
address it so you can get out of here.
What's that?
We can let's address it so you can get out of here.
I'd like a couple minutes to address that issue, Your Honor. I think it's a little bit deeper than just
Yeah,
restricted.
just
So
let me
I'll
finish
wait
with
for
Mr.
you.
Wilkerson and then
No problem.
we'll get to that.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Your Honor, my client's going to accept the state's offer for the resisting.
All right, Mr. Wilkerson, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. All right, sir, you're here in 2021 MM 1735 AO on charge of resisting an officer without violence. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case for this all that case?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest in this case, you're given the right to have a trial where the state had to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, sir.
You're saying you're given the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial.
Yes, sir.
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that? If there was a witness you wanted to call and that witness did not want to come to court, the court can use subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Yes, sir.
What drugs or medication are you under?
My bipolar medicine and stuff like that.
Okay.
Random medicine.
So their medication is for you suffering from a mental health disorder?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do those medications aid you in understanding the world around you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you suffering from any of the symptoms of your bipolar depression right now?
I need my medication right now.
All right.
I haven't took none yet.
All right. So are you suffering from any of the symptoms of it right now? Are you starting to feel it's a little antsy?
Somewhat.
All right. Well, we don't have to do the plea today. I can just leave your bonds as set, and then we can talk about it later on, all right?
All right, I'm gonna just do it.
All right. Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
Oh, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Sir.
All right. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis for your plea in this case. I'll accept your plea of no contest, find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court costs and cost of prosecution in this case are $273. I'll give you 2 years from today's date to pay that money directly in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal my judgment and sentence in writing. All right, sir, you're also out on bond in 2020 CF 1157 AO. The court is going to revoke that, so you're out on release ROR. The court's going to revoke your ROR status. That's that case. It's going to set your bond an amount of $3,000 in total. $1,000 count one, $1,000 count two, $1,000 count three.
Your Honor, they
Your
only
Honor.
Only filed on two?
They
Or
only
one?
filed on.
We
the
only
resisting.
filed on one, the
Which
resisting.
one? The resisting with violence?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so I'll set bond in that case amount of $1,500. I'll ROR him as to the other two charges.
It's,
Possession of cocaine, possession of
I
grand theft.
misspoke. It's a resisting without as well, Your Honor.
I just have a CF number.
It got transferred to a misdemeanor number,
Ah,
20 2506.
so can we resolve that case too?
That's what I was gonna ask. Can we?
I thought it was still a felony case.
I believe there was a note.
You want to resolve the other case too? If you can? All right.
Sir.
I didn't read that one, so you're going to have to kind of give me a little short facts on that. No, not you. Say good. Good morning. I didn't realize I didn't acknowledge you all when I came in.
It's okay.
How are you?
Your Honor, that one would also be an adjudication.
All right, Mr. Wilkerson, you want to resolve that, the other case?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right, you're already on the oath. All right, sir, I went over your rights. Then the other case is the same as this case. It's still first degree misdemeanor, punishable by 1 year in the county jail, $1,000 fine. You understand that? All right, all the rights I went over in the other case, you still understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you give me a little quick facts, because I didn't get a chance to read that one.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, the open case. I don't have it, usually I read the charging affidavits when I'm in chambers, and I didn't see this one.
It came in as a grand theft motor vehicle, the resisting without, and possession of cocaine. On or about 2/5/2020, law enforcement observed the stolen vehicle parked at 4439 Prince Hall Boulevard with a male sitting in the driver's seat and another male leaning in the front passenger window. It came back stolen. Law enforcement activated their lights and sirens and exited the patrol car. Both men were now standing in the driveway. Law enforcement gave multiple commands to stop or they'll be tased. One male began running. Mr. Wilkerson did not comply and began running down Prince Hall Boulevard. Law enforcement gave verbal commands during the foot pursuit. Law enforcement eventually caught up, and the defendant gave up and sat on the floor. All events occurred in Orange County, Florida.
All right, Mr. Wilkerson, I do find a factual basis for your plea on, you want to plead no contest to that charge?
Yeah.
Hear you. All right, I accept your plea of no contest as to that charge, find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty as to that charge. I don't have credit time served as to the.
One moment.
So it's, you got the case number?
No, I had a case. 20 2506.
Yeah. It's okay.
I think it's 110 days, Your Honor.
All right, I'll give you credit for the 110 days that you spent in that case, so 110 days credit time served. The court costs, the cost of prosecution in that case are also $273. I'll give you 2 years from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. I'll consolidate both cases that you resolved today for payment. And you also have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment, sentence, and writing, all right?
Sir. Thank you.
Have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Jeff Lauder for the record. I'm here on behalf of Lauren Miller. Do I need to bring the court to speed where we're at, or are you familiar with the situation?
I'm guessing this is out of county.
Yeah, so
Situation from
we
Seminole
coordinate-
County.
Yes, we
and
coordinated to have an
she's-
out-of-county plea this morning. We had it all set up for her to be transported over here. However, the jail mistakenly transported her to the courthouse yesterday on accident. And because she didn't have court, but because she went to the courthouse, now they put her on restricted mode where she can't come and plea out here. So now we have the unconscionable circumstance of somebody being held in jail for 14 days for having COVID.
What we
They're
can
not
do.
even having.
Yeah, so what we can do is,
I have a signed plea form.
I'm gonna give you a solution. All right, so what I need you to do is contact my JA or contact Judge Adams' JA, which is Lauren McGee. Judge Dubois is also statewide, for this particular situation, is also a statewide sworn judge, just like I am.
Okay?
And we may be able to do a virtual or polycom plea from the courthouse to the jail while she's in restriction. She just can't be brought to here into this.
Okay, so this courtroom
particular
doesn't have that ability to do it. I have to do it through Judge Dubois.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to.
Okay, can I use your authority in there, in that email chain to
Yeah,
go over,
so
hey, we can't do anything there,
you
talk to
can-
Judge Bain about it?
Yeah, talk to Judge Bain about it, that this is exactly for this particular situation. That you can talk to Judge Dubois, who's also
I understand.
a statewide judge on an admin order from the Florida
For that
Supreme
purposes.
Court. So he can help resolve this issue if we can get them on one of our virtual platforms. We have a few.
Yeah, I
We have a few
understand.
virtual platforms that we use here in Orange County to resolve cases with inmates while they're in custody. So hopefully,
I appreciate the hopeful advice. Everything I got so far has been shut down, so thank you for the hope. I'll work that out. Thank
so
you.
yeah, hopefully they'll, so either Judge Adams, JA, or my JA.
We're working on the back end as well. So thank you.
Well, I'll get that done for you. All right? So we'll just reset this whenever we can, all right?
Can we pull one out of order, please?
What you got?
Michael Caudell, just me and traffic.
All right. Claudel. It's gonna be at the bottom down here. Said traffic.
Traffic BOP.
I don't have, only traffic I have is Nucus and, wait, Mitchum?
I think it may be in the other staff.
Okay. What, second session? Okay, all I have is morning stuff. Probably approvable maybe, or non-approvable? Thank you. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Michael Dean Caudell.
Mr. Claudel, you are arrested on a warrant from a 1984 CT 70350 AO case, I think, for a violation of probation as it relates to a DUI. The judge signing your VOP warrant set your bond at none. I guess I got questions for the state of Florida. You gonna find a probation officer from 1984?
Potentially.
Potentially, okay.
Potentially. I believe he also has a extradition warrant from Georgia.
Yeah, as I was trying to get him on to Georgia. Ms. George, you want to talk to Mr. Claudel, see if he wants to resolve his case, credit time served offer? I see he's on probation, but I don't know, this has, I mean, unless you're probation, life probation, this had to proceed well prior to you.
Your Honor, could you tell us how you were going to resolve it with time served, or he doesn't know?
Oh, I mean, we should have a count of some
Oh,
original judgment and sentence, or it's not, it's in the warehouse.
it's in the warehouse somewhere.
It's not on the clerk's side.
Yeah, it's probably in the warehouse somewhere. Oh, you people. I give him credit for the 2 days that he has here. I mean, he has credit for any additional stuff that he had from the previous sentence. And then revoke and terminate.
Okay.
I'll suspend or de-6 your license until all the DUI sanctions are completed. But other than that. It's another one? Okay.
Okay, Your Honor, we'd like to accept the offer.
All right, Ms. Claudia, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, put your hand down. All right, sir, you're here in 1984 CT 7035 AO on a violation of probation for the underlying charge of driving under the influence. I think even back then, that was a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 6 months in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you want to enter an admission to the violation of probation in this case?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you understand by entering an admission, you give him your right to have a hearing where the state had to prove their case beyond the preponderance of the evidence or the greater weight of the evidence. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand you get the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you in that case? At that hearing, you can challenge the state's evidence, you can question the state's witnesses, and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that? If there was a witness you wanted to call and that witness did not want to appear, the court can use a subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Seems that all your allegations are technical, so you don't have the right to remain silent as to that discharge. But you understand you give the right to appeal any errors in this case. All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Yes, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea? Do you understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation? I did review the affidavit for violation of probation. I do find a factual basis for your admission. I will accept that admission, find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I'll continue adjudication of guilt as to this charge. I'll revoke and terminate your probation. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in Orange County Jail, plus any additional credit that you're due. The court, is there any cost? Anyway, we don't know. Any costs that are due to the court in this case are going to be payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor, but I don't know what's going to happen to me in Georgia either.
Huh?
Maybe longer in Georgia, the probation violation.
What, you think 2 years?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you 2 years from today's date. All right. All right, have a great day, sir.
All right, thank you.
Oh, so you got 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence, but have a great day. Interpreter case? All right, let's roll. What time is it? Let's hope. Ooh.
Good Good morning, Your Honor. I apologize. All the interpreters are currently connected to other courtrooms. Someone should become available in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
All right, I will try back. Otherwise,
Okay.
we'll try to reach you guys back after 1 o'clock.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Just for edification and scheduling, we are substantially depleted in the Spanish interpreter area right now. And so we're gonna have delays in getting them on the line. All right, so let's slide on by what we have, Fernandez. Yeah, we have one Creole, that's right. Yeah, let's just try that, get them on the phone. I was asking, are we on hold or are they just not picking up at all? Yeah, let's keep going so we can get her on the line. We'll do it. All right, tell me your name, sir. All right, hello. Hey, how you doing? All right, so you're here in 2021 MM 1719 AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. The court did, this is a reset from yesterday with Judge Gibson, who found probable cause, and Ms. George, you're challenging probable cause, or?
Yes, Your Honor, the situation was that, in this case, my client was the victim. He was cut, and he asked the police officer to allow him to calm his girlfriend down, and when he did that, he charged him with battery.
Correct.
Because she pulled away. So we were arguing that there was quote unquote no PC because he asked for permission. There was no indication that she did not want him to touch her. Even in the arrest affidavit, she stated he did nothing wrong. So at that point, we were trying to see if the state was willing to do anything as far as PC was concerned. And after speaking with the state, they are willing to ROR him as the no PC for the battery.
All right, so, the defendants or the victims? All right. All right, ma'am, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
My name is Imani. My last name is spelled Laplante, as in LaPlante.
All right. And how do you know Mr. Garrett?
He's my baby father.
All right. And do you want to have contact with him?
Yes, sir.
Are you afraid of him?
No, not at all.
Right. Has anything like this happened in the past?
No, sir.
Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
I was intoxicated, sir.
All right.
He was not.
All right. State, you have any questions for the witness?
If I may, Your Honor, for this particular incident, did you not want Mr. Garrett to touch you, to calm you down?
Yes, I wanted him to touch me. I wasn't willing. I didn't deny him not to touch me. Yeah, I was perfectly fine with that.
And did him touching you actually calm you down and help diffuse the situation?
Yeah, it did, but I still got arrested.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right. So this is not the greatest police work that I've seen in the affidavit. But unfortunately, it led to Mr. Garrett. The court does find probable cause there was a battery committed, although slight. Now the question really becomes, what release conditions should we set him at as far as his violation of probation?
Your Honor, the state is willing to stipulate to no PC in this case.
That's fine. That's not their job. That's my job.
The
The initial appearances says the court needs to make a determination of whether there's probable cause or not. The state of Florida doesn't get to make that determination. You don't get to stipulate to it. That is the jurisdiction of over here.
I understand, Your Honor. However, when you look at the facts of this case, we're going to violate him on probation for a charge where we have a victim saying she wanted him to touch her. He was trying to diffuse the situation, and he was the victim in this case. And so we were given additional time to try to work this out yesterday.
Correct.
And
Now,
so
the question.
And the police also
I'm-
gave him
one
permission to
second.
touch
I'm
him
trying
as
to
well. So
get his history together first. Is that you're telling me that because this is another case where I saw that he was labeled as a violent felony offender of special concern, but the only thing I see is a felony battery. Is there something in his history that I didn't get a chance to look at his score sheet? Is it prior offense? Does he have a conviction for aggravated battery? That's what it is?
No, sir.
I'm trying to let them give me the information. You let Ms. George work for you. She's doing a good job.
He does have a conviction for aggravated battery.
All right, so that's the problem. All right.
And a felony battery?
Well, it's the aggravated battery is the problem that under 948.06 gives him the label of violent felony offender of special concern. All right, so this is, like I said, slight. And that's where I want to, and then that's what his case law says, even the slightest battery is a battery. So I want to set your bond in the domestic battery case, an amount of $250. The bond is going to come with no hostile contact with the victim in this case. And why be my need no hostile contact? This situation was avoidable, but you cannot, the arguments between you all have to be civil. Even though you may be trying to do a good thing, I'm trying. If it comes to the point where, like in this case, people are looking at what's going on, security guards are seeing what's happening, they're calling the police, like what happened, you're going to be the one that's going to be arrested, all right? Now, You're not allowed to possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. All right. Because you're a violent felony of special concern, I can't let you out because the law tells me I can't do that. What we can do is get you to the arraignment with Judge Lattimore sooner than later, and then hopefully they can resolve your violation at that point in a dismissal and/or they can conduct a proper danger hearing at that time. All right. Sometimes it's not fair, man. This is what it is. Sorry, man. All right. Have a great day.
So you are IAing him on the VOP?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Bada boom. Hello.
The interpreter's on the line, Your Honor.
How are you doing this morning?
Fine, thank you.
Can you give me your name or ID number, please?
Name is B like Bravo, E like Edward, S like November, S like November, I like India, E like Edward, and the ID 2, 4, 7, 7, 6, 2.
All right. Can you do me two favors? Because it sounds like you may be moving as you're speaking. It's coming like I think causing a little disruption on our side. But if you can raise your right hand, so I can swear you in.
Certainly, Your Honor, but I'm sitting down. I'm not moving. There seems to be an echo on the line and a feedback.
All right. Well, we're going to try to get through this as quickly as we can.
Okay.
All right. Can you,
My hand is raised, Your Honor.
all right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you'll translate from Creole to English and English to Creole to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do.
All right. I have a defendant at the lectern. If you can ask him to tell me his name.
Monsieur, Topri, pas moi non.
Non, moi c'est Gil Gilson.
Comment?
Gil Gilson.
Gil Joseph.
All right. Mr. Gilson, you're here in 2021 MM 1720AO on 2 counts of battery domestic violence.
Your Honor, may I have a repetition, please?
Do you need me to repeat it, you said?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm
All right.
having some difficulty.
All right. He's here in 2021 MM 1720AO on a charge of 2 counts of battery domestic violence.
Oula, dans 2021, dans MM 172 6 A O. Ou gen 2 comptes qui en face. Yo chargé ou que un monde qui cause, qui bat yon monde, ou gen 2 cas devant. Que ou commet violence contre yon monde.
Sir, I found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in count 1 and 2 in the amount of $250.
Monsieur, à partir de cause probable pour arrestation là, moi pral mettre libération sous caution à $250.
You have no contact with the victims in this case. You must maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. They must be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Monsieur, mes conditions yo. Ou pas supposé gen aucun contact avec victime yo. Rete non kay séparé de victime nan. moi ka permettre ou pour une seule fois accompagner avec la police pour aller collecter affaires personnelles. Ou pas supposer qu'il n'y a aucun âme. Ou qu'il y a 24 heures de temps pour remettre quelques âmes qu'on gagne par la police.
Do you have any questions about the no contact order in front of you?
Est-ce qu'on n'a pas aucune question à propos de l'autre ça qui devant là, qui dit ou pas supposé qu'il n'y a aucun contact avec victime là?
Moi, j'ai une question, moi, c'est parce que moi, ouais, dans le papier, que il dit que moi, lever mes souliers, moi, pas lever mes souliers, et moi, juste couché sur une cabane, moi, attendre le mal travail à 2 heures, lui-même, il était sous cabane dans tout, mais il a un chien, il est couché sous cabane avec chien. So, moi, dis chien, un petit chien smell, je ne suis pas supposé coucher sous cabane avec chien. Et nous coucher sur une cabane.
The interpreter has the following. I have a question regarding what's in front of me. They said that I hit them. I did not hit anyone. I was just lying down on the bed waiting for the time for me to go to work at 2 p.m. She was also lying on the bed with her dog. The dog was a little bit smelly, and I said I should not be lying on the bed with a dog.
Sir, this is not a hearing for factual disputes to be solved. The question is, do you understand that I'm ordering you to have no contact with them? And do you have any questions about the written order that you have in Creo about my order saying that you are not allowed to have contact with them?
Monsieur, ça c'est pas audience que lié pour disputation de bagaille qui t'est faite, qui t'est factuelle, que nous besoin résoudre. Question que me pose là. Est-ce qu'on a une question à propos de l'autre ça qui devant là qui écrit en créole, qui ne doit pas supposer qu'il y ait contact avec victime là?
Non, moi, pas de problème ensemble avec ça, sauf que moi, besoin à retirer toute bagaille qui me gagne la caille là. That's it.
No, I don't have a problem with that. I simply want to go and remove all my stuff from the household. That's it.
You will be allowed to do that as long as you go there with law enforcement to do that.
Wap gen permission pour faire ça. De pour accompagner avec la police.
All right. All right. Have a great day, sir.
Passez une agréable journée, monsieur.
Ok, merci beaucoup, même tout.
Okay, thank you very much. You too.
Oh, oops. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Hung up on her before I got to say goodbye. All right. Let's see if we can get some interpreters here. Let's see if we got.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Arroyo, State Certified Interpreter, already previously sworn.
All right, Mr. Arroyo, this is Judge Bain calling from the BRC. I am in courtroom 1, and I have a few defendants this morning. I need your expertise in helping.
Yes, absolutely.
The first one has the headsets on. Can you see if we have a connection?
Connection is established.
Sir, can you tell me your name?
Alessandro Espina.
Alessandro Espina.
Mr. Espina, you're here in 2020 MM 5660AO on a violation of probation. The court issuing your warrant for your violation sets your bond at $0. I want to stay your bond in that amount. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. We'll get you on to your next court date. Have a great day, sir.
Next day will be a VOP status.
¿Y cuándo puede ser?
And when?
Well, actually, Miss
No hay otra opción.
Miss George,
What's the other
you want to enter a denial as to your client's probation?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll enter denial.
Now we can set for status. There we go.
VOP status hearing will be April 9th at 9 a.m., courtroom 7C.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear the
April
clerk.
9th in courtroom 7C for a violation of probation status hearing. Be your next court date. All right. Have a great day, sir.
Madam Clerk, what division is that in?
50.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Enemesio Fernandez. Enemesio Fernandez.
Enemesio Fernandez.
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez, you are here in 2019 CF 16390AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $0. Your bond will remain at $0. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case so we can get you in front of that judge for an appropriate bond hearing to see if there are any release conditions that they feel comfortable releasing you on. All right. Have a great day, sir.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
José Enrique Benavides Montero. Benavides.
Jose Enrique Benavides.
Mr. Benavides, you're here for 2 out-of-county warrants from Seminole County. The judge signed the warrants in those cases set your bond at none. Your bond will remain at none until we can get you over to Seminole County. Or myself or my Judge Gibson are able to speak with a judge from Seminole County, and they're okay releasing you on some other release conditions. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you while you're here in my custody. All right? So have a great day, sir.
Gracias.
Thank you.
All right. Madam Interpreter, thank you for your help. Have a great lunch and a great weekend.
You too.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Aaron Holick, good morning.
Good morning. Ms. Holick, you are here again with me in front of 2021 CF 2817AO. Judge Gibson informed me yesterday that she did find probable cause based on her reading of the statute. And then I had a further discussion with her, and I do agree with her assessment of the situation, as well as the court was misinformed itself because the statute that it was relying on was Florida Statute 316.6135, which was amended after I read it, 8 years ago. And it does now, it does eliminate that caveat for not prosecuting people for child neglect for leaving their child unattended in a car. So she set release conditions. She stayed your bond in count 1 and 2,000. I still lowered your bond as to count 2 in the amount of $100. Count 3, you want to RR her or just?
An ROR on count 3 is fine, Your Honor.
Actually, I'll do this. I'll RR you on counts 2 and 3. So the only thing you have is a $2,000 bond. I want to stay with the conditions that Judge Gibson set with no contact. Did she say any drug dealers? Is that what she said?
I have the conditions.
She said no. I'm reading the order. She said no contact with any drug dealers, no unsupervised contact with the
child.
With the child.
No.
You must comply with any DCF case plan that you have open
Yes, sir.
for that child.
May I ask that,
Ask Ms. George a question because I don't want you to ask me something that is going to incriminate you in this as to this case.
PC for all 3 counts. PC for all 3 counts.
It's PC for all 3 counts. It's just, I want RR as the other 2 counts. The state's not even going to file on it anyway.
Your Honor, we would just ask that you lower the bond to at least $1,000.
Ms. Holcott, I'm not really willing to do that based on the reading of your phase sheet. You do have some attachments here, but you also have attachments in other states where you've also failed to appear in the past. So I believe that based on the charges you're facing, that the bond is set as reasonable. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, but it doesn't stop you from having a bond hearing in front of the division judge at a later date, okay? You still have another hearing for the court to consider whether your bond conditions are reasonable at that time.
I'm still able to bond out.
Yeah, you're still able to bond out. But if you are still here, keep in contact with the public defender's office so they can get you in front of the division judge, which is not me. This judge is actually holding that case, and they're able to make another determination and maybe some other release conditions that they feel comfortable with holding at that time, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day.
You too, thank you.
Oh, sorry. Well, I did. I just slide in papers. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Diego Lopez Chukes.
Mr. Chukes, right?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Chukes, you are here in 2021 CF 2791AO on 2 charges. The first one is battery, domestic violence by strangulation, and battery, domestic violence. There's a judge that already signed a warrant in your case finding probable cause for your arrest. The court's going to set your bond as to that count.
Your Honor, the state would just ask that you take into account his history.
Oh, yeah, I am.
There's already been a violation of PTR conditions for a DV case.
Yep. Because I'm going to set his bond in count 1, amount of $50,000, count 2, an amount of $10,000. Conditioning the bond to have no contact with the victim, must not return to the scene or return to her residence. May not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. You're also out on probation in 2020, CF 1251AO. In that case, the court's going to find an on-view violation. And sir, you are a violent felony offender of special concern. You are not entitled to bond or release in that case. I'll set your bond at none. We'll appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases. So you have representation while you're here at the Orange County Jail, and we get you on to your next court dates and to resolutions in your cases. All right, have a great day, sir.
He also has reporting requirements, Your Honor.
Oh. I'll give you 48 hours as part of your bond conditions as to both your cases. If you're able to get out at any point, that you have 48 hours to report to the sheriff's office to register as a violent sexual offender or a sexual predator in this case. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Paola Cruz.
Ms. Cruz, you are here in 2021 CF 2927AO for a charge of burglary with a battery, or assault of battery therein, and battery domestic violence. There we go. All right. The court did find probable cause as to both charges. State, what are you asking me to do as to?
As to count 1, state would ask that you hold her no bond pending an Arthur hearing.
All right. And Ms. George?
Your Honor, we would ask that you use your discretion to set a bond. However, we are not waiving our right to have an Arthur hearing in the trial division.
All right. Under this particular circumstance, the court is going to set a bond in this case. Man, I'm going to set your bond based on your history in the amount of $25,000 as a count one. Count two, an amount of $1,500. Condition of your bond is that you have no contact with the victim in this case, that you not return to the scene of the location, that you do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Any other release conditions that you're asking me to set?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, do you have any questions about the no contact order?
I'm sorry.
Do you have any questions about the no contact order you signed?
Oh,
All right. As long as you're able to abide by the order, you'll be okay. Have a great day.
thank you.
Tell me your name, sir.
Daryl Sinclair.
All right, Mr. Sinclair, you're here in 2021 CF 1993 AO on a charge of aggravated stalking after injunction, violation of PTR conditions on domestic violence case, and 2 counts. The court did review there's a warrant, I believe. Yep. There was a warrant arresting your case. And the judge set your bond in count one amount of $15,000, $5,000, and $5,000. So your bond remained as set. Condition your bond, you had no contact with the victim. As even if she contacts you, you must maintain a separate residence. We'll just say do not return to the scene. Scratch the not maintain separate residence. That's just conflicting. On the warrant, it says maintain separate residence and no return to
So
the
you
scene.
want me to strike maintain separate?
Yeah, yes, no return to the scene.
No return to the scene? Or maintain separate residence?
Scratch the no return to the scene.
Okay,
I said it in reverse.
okay.
Scratch the no return to the scene, keep the maintain separate residences. Do not possess any drugs, alcohol without valid prescription. You do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearm you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you, sir. Have a great day. Got any questions about the no contact order? Are you clear on how to abide by that? You know? So, no contact, 0, none, cannot talk, cannot email, cannot speak through somebody else, can't put up billboards, can't write her name in the sky, I love you forever. Cannot do any of those things. All right? Cannot go to her residence, cannot go to her place of work. All right?
I get that, but
If she contacts you, you move. You shut off your phone, change your number, do no contact. So it goes, don't get trapped. If she tries to contact you for some reason, no contact. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Mr. Hines?
All right, Ms. Hines, you're here in 2021 MM149AW for a charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I have a witness in the witness booth. Sir, can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
My name is Jeff Hines, Hines.
All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right. Can you tell me how you know Miss Hines over here?
She's my wife?
All right. And do you want to have contact with her?
No.
All right. Has anything like this happened in the past?
It has not.
All right. Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this particular instance?
I don't believe so, no.
And in the report, it reads that she was Baker acted recently. Do you know how recent?
January 29th, I believe the decision was made.
All right. Was that for a 72-hour hold or a 21-day?
72 hours.
All right. So you got any questions for the witness?
If anything like this were ever to happen in the future, would you be willing to call 911?
Yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Ms. George, you have any questions for the witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case.
I believe she qualifies for PTR. Is there-
It's going to be part of her release. I'm trying to figure out which PTR, whether she should go mental health PTR or just regular PTR. But I guess we'll find. I'll try regular PTR first, and then.
I would do straight PTR. Your Honor.
Hey, say again? Yeah, I'll go with, all right. All right, man, I'm going to set your bond in this case amount of $250. It's going to cover pretrial release supervision, that you have no contact with the victim in this case, that you maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return to the residence with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. Yeah, I know you got your mother there, so I want to address that in a second. And then you're not allowed to possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. All right, so I said maintain separate residence. So if your husband is no longer living at the residence and he's gone somewhere else and your mother's still there, you can still go home and take care of her. But if he's still there, we're gonna make some different arrangements, all right?
I'm confused about how is he the witness?
Because he's a witness in the witness booth swearing in, trying to get information as to, and he's the listed victim in this case. So I'm trying to get, he has a right to be heard.
That's why I was confused, because I didn't understand that,
Yeah, he's a listed victim in the case. He has a right to be heard.
that he could be the witness.
Yeah.
Saying
The
he
vict-
didn't hurt him, he played with the dog.
All right, well, now that I have any contact with him right now, you all can work out your differences later on. But please don't violate, I'm saying, so Ms. Hines, I don't want you to be frustrated. I know you're frustrated right now, but I want you to be frustrated, lead you to violate my court orders. Because if you ask people in this courtroom, people that violate my orders, doesn't end well for them. So it's okay. You just follow my orders, and we'll get you on to your next court date. You are represented by a public defender's office that can aid you in your assisting your case, so we can get you on to your next proceeding, okay?
I didn't get to defend myself at all.
Well, this is not the place to defend yourself. This is not a hearing where facts are to be determined, whether what actually happened. All those kinds of things like that happens at a trial. So if you want a trial, you are constitutionally guaranteed to have one. And you can have one pretty quickly nowadays because we have jurors now. So we can.
Sorry
All right.
for talking.
Have a great day, ma'am. All right.
Good afternoon.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Brentley Muller.
Mr. Muller, you're here in 2021 MM 1733AO on charge of battery dating violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Ma'am, could you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Janie Bratcher, BRATCHER.
All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, can you tell me how you know Mr. Muller?
Boyfriend.
Gotta stand up here. Apologize, kid, like some nerve pain sitting down for that long. All right. And do you want to have contact with him?
Yes.
All right, are you afraid of him?
No.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No.
If something like were this to happen in the future, would you feel comfortable contacting law enforcement?
Yes.
Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
Alcohol.
Okay. Say, do you have any questions?
No, Your
for the
Honor.
witness? Ms. George.
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to set your bond in this case at about $250. You're going to come with pretrial release supervision. You're to have no hostile contact with Ms. Bratcher. So, I want to explain to you what no hostile contact is. You all can have disagreements. She can yell at you about not showing her enough affection or anything like that. Normal things that happen in a relationship. Those arguments between you and her cannot turn violent. They cannot turn threatening. They cannot come to the point whether she's gonna call law enforcement or somebody that sees or hears you all arguing is gonna call law enforcement. Because if that happens, that means you're gonna be spending time here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you a 30-day grace period for any possible narcotics you may have in your system, but the alcohol testing will happen immediately. Do you understand?
Question.
All right, have a great day, sir. Yes, ma'am.
How would I get the charges dropped if I didn't press them?
Well, the charging decisions are made by the state attorney's office, so you have to speak with them. But just because you say that you don't want to go forward doesn't mean the case isn't going to go forward.
I understand.
All right, have a good day, man.
Tells me to record, but
Just leave some cards out there.
you know we might get too many calls.
All right, tell me your name, sir.
Angel Alberto Porcello.
Mr. Porcello, you're here in 2021 MM100AA on charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. This last conviction of battery wasn't involving the same victim, correct?
No, Your Honor, the 2018 last conviction?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
It was a different victim, but it also came with a criminal mischief, which is very
All right.
similar to this situation.
All right. Sir, going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $1,000. Condition of your bond is you have no contact with the victim in this case. Is you not maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You got a question about a no contact order, sir?
No, sir.
All right. Have a great day, sir. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Manuel Keonus, Carmona.
Mr. Keonus, you're here in 2021 MM1704AO on 2 counts of battery. One is battery with domestic violence, and the other one is trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest in both matters. Sir, I'm going to set your bond in count 1 in the amount of $1,000, count 2, $500. Condition of your bond is you have no contact with the victim. You are to maintain a separate residence from the victim. You are not returned to the scene or location of the trespass. I give you a one-time return to the victim's residence to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you a 30-day grace period for any narcotics testing that may be in your system. You're out on bond in 2021 CF 492AO. Of course, going to revoke that bond. We're going to set a new bond in that case in the amount of $2,500. Condition of that bond is that you're not possessing any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Your drug testing you'll be drug tested in that case as well. Have a great day, sir.
You said 500, 100 for the bond.
I said for the new case?
Yeah.
1,000, and for the battery, 500 for the trespass. If you had it right, then you second guess yourself. 1,000 count 1, 500 count 2, 2,500 on the old case. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Zach Carroll, sir.
Mr. Carroll, you're here in 2021 MM150AW on charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I want to set your bond in this case in the amount of $500. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision, that you had no contact with the victim, that you maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you a 30-day grace period for any narcotics that you may have in your system, but the alcohol testing will resume immediately. You have any questions about the no contact order, sir? Have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, ma'am. Ms. Soto, you are here in 2021 MM1736AO on charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Sir, can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
My name is Reginald Lee Shorter, Shorter.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Yes, sir.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, none but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you tell me how you know Ms. Soto?
She's my fiance.
All right. And do you want to have contact with her?
Yes, please.
Are you afraid of her?
Not at all.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
No, sir.
All right. If something like this were to happen in the future, would you feel comfortable contacting law enforcement?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Soto, I'm going to set your bond in this case amount $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision, that you have no hostile contact with the victim in this case. You understand that?
Your Honor.
Oh, wait. So no hostile contact means this. You're allowed to have disagreements with him. You guys are allowed to fight and argue. However, those arguments cannot turn violent. They cannot turn threatening. They cannot come to the point where he's going to call law enforcement, or somebody that sees you all arguing or hears you arguing is going to call law enforcement. Because if that happens, that means you're going to be arrested and you're going to spend time here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that? You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Do you understand that? All right. What you got? You got one more thing for me?
I have something. This is a misunderstanding.
Yep.
Because she did not put her hands on me, and I told the officer that.
Like, yeah, you sat here with me all this whole morning, and I keep saying the same thing.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
This is not a place for factual determination.
I understand, but this is the love of my life, man. I love her so much. I ain't even go to bed last night, man, because I miss her.
Okay. Well, it's get resolved later on, but I have to do what the law tells me I have to do right now.
So how much is her bond?
This can be settled at a later time, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right? All right, everybody have a great day.
I love you, babe.
Can you tell me your name, sir?
Davis Williams.
All right, Mr. Williams, you're here in 2021 MM1725AO on charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this case in an amount of $500. Condition of your bond would be pretrial release supervision, that you have no contact with the victim, that you maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement, retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Do you have any questions about the no contact order, Mr. Williams?
No, sir. I have a question about the bond.
Yes, sir.
I should be just have time served because I came in here for no reason. I missed work yesterday, no call, no show. I'm gonna miss work again today at 5, no call, no show, because I've been here.
All right, well, since you call your boss while you're here, you have access to the phone, but as to your bond conditions, it's $250 and with pretrial release. Now, $500 with pretrial release. Now, I can't credit time serve you because I don't have a victim here, one. And two, you don't want me to credit time serve you because this charge comes with a lot of minimum mandatories of treatment and all kinds of other things you have to do. So, we'll wait for you. You can Make sure when you get back there, call your boss. At least explain why you're here. Otherwise, they may not give you a second chance if you want when you get out, all right? Have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Cameron Bagherzadeh.
Mr. Bagherzadeh, you're here in 2021 CT 407AW on a charge of driver license suspended. Court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. State, is there an offer for him to resolve his case?
Yes, Your Honor. It's an adjudication, credit time served, no driving without a valid DL.
All right. Mr. Bagherzadeh, you want to accept the state's offer of adjudication of guilt, credit time, sir?
Yes, I'll be going home today.
Yeah. All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2021 CT 407AW on a charge of driver license suspended. That is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. You understand that?
Yes.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your case today?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you get the right to have a trial in this matter where the state had to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
All right, you understand you get the right to have an attorney represent you in this case?
Yes.
You understand you get the attorney in this case can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that? It is a witness you wanted to call to court, and that witness did not want to appear. The court can use subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand you waive your right to remain silent as to this charge?
Yes.
You understand you waiving your right to appeal any errors that were made in this case, except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose.
Yes.
You understand that this charge, this conviction in this case, can be used at a later date to increase your sentencing up to a third-degree felony.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
All right, sir, I did have opportunity to review the charging affidavit. I do find a factual basis for the entering of your plea as well as your driving record. I'll accept your plea of no contest in this matter, find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The cost of prosecution in this case of $306. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day, sir. All right. Now I had Nikus bonded. And now I have Mitchum. Step up, please. Good afternoon, ma'am. Tell me your name.
Jamie Mitchell.
Ms. Mitchum, you're here in 2021 CT 1484AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond amount of $2,000. Your bond remained at $2,000. The sheriff, was she already seen on these other cases? The failure to appears?
The state is making an offer.
I'm just trying to make sure we're going to be.
Bond on those cases.
Okay, because it said FTA, that's what I wasn't sure. She said she's out on bond, but it said FTA, whatever, so. I was trying to make sure she was out on bond on this, or she was being seen for the FTA warrant as well.
No, she was just
Okay.
out on bond on those.
All right. You have an offer to resolve all 3 of her cases.
Yes, Your Honor. It's an adjudication, credit time served on all.
All right. All right, Ms. Mitchum, you have 3 cases that you can resolve today. The first one is I told you that you're here for a failure to appear warrant where your bond is set at $2,000.
Yes.
And that's on the underlying charge of the driver's license suspended.
No valid, Your Honor.
All right, 1 second. Let me look at it. Make sure. No, sorry, no valid driver's license. Apologize. All right, and then you also have another no valid driver's license case in 2021 CT 521AO. And you have an attaching a tag to a vehicle case in 2021 CT 522AO. If you want to resolve all those cases in adjudication of guilt, credit time served, if you want to do that.
Yes, sir. But could I show you something? I did go to court, but they think I didn't go because I went the day before I was supposed to go. And I have the papers right here stating that I went to court.
Okay. My question is, do you want to resolve your cases today? Is the question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you resolve all your cases, all doesn't matter. You don't have to go back to court ever, as long as you don't get caught driving again, on a license. You get your license, and you don't have to worry about these kind of cases.
That's what I'm gonna do, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you put your hand down. Ma'am, you're here in 3 matters. The first one is 2021 CT 1484AO on charge of no valid driver's license. You're also here in 2021 CT 521AO on charge of no valid driver's license. You're also here in 2021 CT 522AO on charge of attaching a tag to a vehicle not assigned. All 3 of those are second-degree misdemeanors. They'll punishable up to 60 days in the county jail each and a $500 fine each. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve all 3 cases?
Yes.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve all 3 cases?
No contest.
No contest.
Right? You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to be given up the right to have a trial in each case where the state will have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
I'm guilty.
It doesn't matter. All your rights are, if you plead no contest or you're guilty, I just have to go over your rights with you.
Okay.
You're going to give up certain constitutional rights when you enter a plea.
Okay.
One of those rights is you're given up the right to have a trial where the state had to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes.
The next one of your rights, you give the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you in any of your cases. You understand that?
Yes.
At a trial, you have the opportunity to challenge the state's evidence. You can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If there's a witness you want to call and that witness does not want to come to court, the court can use subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
No.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, entering of this plea could subject you to deportation.
Oh, yes, I'm in the United States.
Okay. I did have an opportunity to review your cases and court file as well as your driving record and all your cases. I do find factual basis for the entering of your plea in all your cases. I accept your plea of no contest in these 3 charges. Find that your plea is free and voluntarily entered. I'll start my sentencing with the first case, 2021 CT 1484AO. I want to adjudicate you guilty of the charge, no valid driver's license. I'm going to give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit. Well, how many days?
Yes, 3 days.
3 days in our Orange County Jail with 3 days credit time served. The court costs in that case are $306. You also have 2021 CT 521AO. In that case, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty as to that charge. I don't know how many days she has to that.
1.
1 day in the Orange County Jail with 1 day credit time served. Court costs in that case are also $306. You also have 2021 CT 522AO. I want to adjudicate you guilty as to that charge. Give you credit for the 1 day that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 1 day credit time served. The court costs in that case are $306. I want to consolidate all those costs for payment. I'm going to give you 3 years from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in all your cases. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day. All righty. We're rolling. Anybody need a break before we start? Second one? All right, let's do it. Let's be rolling. As I said, we're rolling. I'm trying to get y'all out of here. We're rolling.
I'm sorry. Can we take a 5? I have to use the restroom.
All right. All right, we'll take a 10-minute recess
Okay.
with a comfort break. And we'll be right back. It's always something to do. Like I went back to my office. And, you know. All right, here we go. Jeter is my first person. All right, this is 2021 MM1724AO. Mr. Jeter, supposed to be appointed public defender to represent him.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, the court did find probable cause after reviewing the charge of affidavit for trespass on property after warning.
Your Honor, he just pled to the trespass after warning at the same Dollar General on 2/3/21.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the medical, so that means we're not gonna see him for a while, right? All right, so can we reset him for Monday? You think he'll be? Yeah. All right, let's reset him for Monday. And because I don't want to give that to the weekend judge. Just let me see him on Monday. All right, can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Charlotte Holly.
Miss Holly, you're here in 2021 MM 1738 AO on a charge of prostitution. Court did review the charging affidavit in this case and did find probable cause for your arrest. Say, are you resolving these right now?
I believe so, Your Honor, since
Okay.
it's enhanceable, but she has no history. A withhold credit time served, no return to the mapping zone. I did provide the mapping zone to Miss George.
All right, so the only other problem is that she has to take the class and do the test. That's my only concern about resolving her case today.
They said I could just take the charge and it'll be on my record if I just plead guilty.
Yeah, I understand that, but the problem is that, the law requires that you take a HIV awareness class and a HIV and STD awareness class and take a test. You don't have to stay for that. I'm just trying to figure out how the state's going to enforce me ordering you to do that without causing you any heartache. All right? So I'm trying to make this less confusing as possible.
I guess there's just gonna be no offer at this time, Your Honor, for her to have an arraignment
Right.
and just set a reasonable bond. I believe she has no history, or very little history.
So, Ms. Holly, do you actually have a place to live here in Orange County?
Yeah.
All right. So can you provide that information to pretrial release?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, well, she didn't provide it, so I'm trying to figure out,
Yeah, I've been living at a hotel for like 3 months out here.
all right. And other than the alleged employment that you have in this case, you have any other work that you're doing?
No.
All right. All right. Ma'am, I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Condition of pretrial release that you did not return to the mapping zone provided by the state.
You want to do straight PTR or bond in? No,
Straight PTR. Straight PTR.
Straight PTR?
You should qualify. I mean, I think the reason she said she didn't qualify is because she said she didn't have a place to live.
Well, really, she said she was
Emailed it, but I didn't know I
transient. She
needed to
gave us
give
a
it to
Las Vegas mailing address. And she stated that she only been here at a hotel for 1 week or less. And we have no other information.
All right. So which is it? You've been here for 1 week or 3 months?
For 3 months. I left for a week for my birthday week. I went down to Miami.
Okay.
And then I've been back about 3 days, yeah. I came back the 7th, but I've been living there.
All right. Maybe it's miscommunication. We'll chalk it up to that. All right. All right, so Ms. Holly, can't return to the mapping zone. Not sure this is an ongoing thing based on your history, but we do have assistance and treatment and other things that you may want to consider than doing this. All right. You have any questions? On point of public defender represents you. Do you have any questions?
So I'm just released now.
You're going to be on pretrial release services. As long as you stay out of the mapping zone and stay out of trouble, and I don't see you again, then you'll be fine. If I see you again, then you can't really promise everything is going to be okay at that point. All right?
Will you mind, sir?
All right. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Jermaine McCoy.
Mr. Mcclay, you're here in 2021 MM 1728 AO on charge of battery. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to,
I'm sorry, who is this?
he says he's on county probation. did, I wonder if that's the warrant I just signed. I think I did. All right, so, sir, your charge of battery, going to say your bonds is set in 500 and 100 in each case. Condition of your bonds in those cases, you have no contact with the victims in that case. Not return to the scene of the location. May not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I believe I just signed a warrant on your violation of probation in 2021 MM 1336 AO, and I set your bond at none as to that charge. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you in your cases. Have a great day, sir.
You said you were doing a violation?
Yeah, I did the violation. I signed the warrant. That's why I was dealing with it at my desk when I got there, plus another order that I had to sign. All right, ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Ashley's the name Mccloud.
Ms. Mccloud, you're here in 2021 MM 1739 AO on a charge of prostitution. The court did review the charge and affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Is she on probation, or is this the last case was resolved?
On probation?
Oh, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on. Sorry, I should have said that. Ms. Davis and State. This last felony case is the last case she resolved last year in May, right? That's the last case she had. That's what it is. Let's make sure I'm reading this all right, because it's a little confusing.
In the battery on LEO?
Yeah, because I got two dates. So I got last conviction date of June 7th of 2019, and then I got, was she went to prison or she was just released from DOC?
She was released from DOC.
She was released from DOC on May 6th, right?
Yes.
All right, man. But you think because of history she won't qualify? Because she wasn't interviewed?
If you want to do a bond or a PTR, Your Honor.
Or the alternative, the thing that you asked me not to do?
I think you should do bond or.
All right. I'll do it like this. I want to release you on PTR release if I can, if you qualify. Now, I'm not sure if you qualify because you weren't interviewed by the people at pretrial release that may say no, all right? If you don't qualify, I'm going to set your bond at $250.
I don't have nobody to bum me out though.
Oh, wait, listen. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. Now, additionally, your pretrial release, that you're not allowed to return to the mapping zone. I think that you have another mapping zone to provide to her?
I did, Your Honor.
All right. All right. And that? All right, thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
So I can leave today?
You gotta be interviewed by PTR. If you're interviewed by PTR, your only condition is that you don't return to the mapping zone. If you don't qualify, then
Sit in and wait for somebody to bum me out?
you can bond a $250 bond.
What if I ain't got nobody to bum me out?
You say again?
What if I don't have anybody to bum me out? Will I just sit in here?
No, you're gonna call that number on a sheet of paper. You're gonna talk to people like Ms. George, who works for Mr. Bob Wesley, who's the largest criminal defense firm in our county. And he's gonna speak to one of them about some other release conditions.
Okay, so
Because you have a lengthy history, and I don't feel comfortable releasing you ROR based on this
Why?
history I'm looking at. Well, it says here you have 7 failures to appear. You're just released from DOC in May of 2000. Well, I'm just telling you why. You asked me why.
Okay.
So you can't get mad if you tell me you asked me why, right? And I'm telling you why. All right? So it says right now, you have 7 failures to appear. You have 7 felony convictions plus 10 misdemeanor convictions. You were just released from the Department of Corrections last May. All that leads to me to believing that you have problems abiding by court orders and showing up to court whenever the court orders you to be there.
I'm gonna show up, I promise.
All right?
I am.
All right.
I'm gonna change
I understand.
I got out of prison. You know how long it's been? I got out of prison last year, May 6th. I think I've been doing good.
Okay. I'm glad. Hope you continue to do good. Hope maybe this was a minor bump in the road and you just keep on doing well. But right now, this is what it's going to be. All right? Have a great day. All right. Captain, sir, can you tell me your name?
Richard Patrick.
Mr. Patrick, you're here in 2021 MM 1730 AO on a charge of petty theft. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I want to say your bond in that case amount $250. Condition of your bond had no contact with any victims or witnesses. and you're not returned to the scene of the location. You're out on probation in 2019 CF 16325AO. After the court find the probable cause that you have committed a theft in this case, the court is going to revoke that, is going to find an on-view violation of probation, going to set your bond at none in that case. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. Have a great day, sir. Got Russell Ali. All right. This is 2021 MM 1723AO. We want to Ms. Georgia going to appoint him to represent you. Do you want to reset him? Maybe tomorrow?
No, Your Honor, he's been deemed mentally unstable to stand trial, so we would just ask for an ROR.
And when and what case? Because the only case I see open is 2021 MM 1663 AO.
It shows 2019 MM 6844AO.
And when was that determination made?
His new case, we're still getting him evaluated, Your Honor. This was the form that we got from, I believe it's pretrial release. If you look at the back of it, I tried to pull it up in our system, but I didn't see it.
All right. I'll release Mr. Russell RR. Probably next time I see him, he's going to be mental health PTR. I know you guys don't want me to hang him around in here, but.
Are you going to take no action on
You know,
his?
so, yeah, I'm giving no action on the Allen Bond case.
What do you do on the
RR.
record?
Yep. Sorry, apologize. I apologize. I'm sorry. All right. Yes. I was televised, bonded. All right. We're on to our next set. Say your name, ma'am.
Sherry Nicole Stenger.
Ms. Stenger, you're here in 2021 MM 879AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge signed your warrant, set your bond at $500. Your bond's going to remain at $500 in this case because I don't think our information was filed yet in this case.
Was it? Didn't you make an offer?
No, there was no info. Like when I looked at it this morning, there was no information filed. She has an arraignment, I think, next week. So hopefully you guys can get that filed by next week if she's still here. Am I correct, Madam Clerk? There's no information in that case?
Your Honor.
All right. All right, ma'am. Appointed public defender to represent you. Have a great day, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Willie Stewart.
Mr. Stewart, you're here in 2020 MM 937AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $250. You're also here on a violation of probation warrant from out of county. I didn't get the county. Hold on a second. You're on probation in Osceola County. Apologize. And the judge signed your violation of probation warrant set your bond at $0. I don't think there's going to be an offer because I'm not sure. I wasn't able to tell whether this 2020 case was the case that's violating him on his warrant VOP case. So I'm going to say your bonds are set. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in your cases. All right. Have a great day, sir. All right. Can you tell me your name, sir?
What's that?
Your name?
Jimmy Ray Williams.
Mr. Williams, you're here in two matters. The first one is 2021 CF 2860AO. We've been arrested for a charge of petty theft with 2 prior theft convictions. It's a warrant. The judge signed your warrant has found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to, hold on a minute. Sorry, he's only here for the misdemeanor case, right? Apologize.
Yeah, he's only here for the FTA.
Sorry, apologize. You're only here for a 2020 MM 222 AE or for a failure to appear warrant. The judge sets your bond in the amount of $1,000. Your bond will remain at $1,000. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Tell me your name, sir.
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
Say it again.
Couldn't hear you.
Say your name.
Daryl Brazil.
Mr. Brazil, you're here in 2021 CF 2922AO. 3 charges. The first one is burglary of conveyance, grand theft, and criminal mischief. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. You're the co-defendant, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can we grab, I forgot it. The name is escaping me right now.
Mr. Watkins?
Yeah, let me look it up.
Fabian?
Yep, there it is. Mr. Watkins. I've got to stick these together. Devon Watkins. Is it the N down there? Felony. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Devion Watkins.
All right, Mr. Devion Watkins, you are here in 2021 CF 2921AO on charges of burglary and conveyance and grand theft and criminal mischief. I did review the charge affidavit in both Mr. Brazil and Mr. Watkins' case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Let's state your bonds as set in this case and count 1, amount of $7,000, count 2, $300, and count 3, $200. Condition of the bond that you have no contact with any victims or witnesses, no contact with each other. You do not return to the scene of the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Is there any other conditions that I'm missing?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anybody have questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anybody have questions about? Can't hang out with each other.
Sir.
Y'all cannot be with each other. You understand that?
Okay.
Don't do it at the jail. Don't do it outside. Because if you get caught, don't violate my orders, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. I want to take a 2-minute recess. My father-in-law's. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Ricky Brockett.
Mr. Brocky, you're here in 2021 CF 2918AO on charges of possession of cocaine and possession of prescription drugs without a prescription. The court did review the charging affidavit. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Condition your pretrial release that you do not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you 30 days to get any narcotics you may have in your system before your first narcotics test begins. You understand? If you're struggling with substance abuse issues, then you need to use the resources here at the jail, at the courthouse, or at other places in the community, like the Center for Drug-Free Living, to overcome those issues so you can stop coming to my court. You understand that? All right. Have a great day, sir. Sir. That slid a lot faster than I was anticipating. All right. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Even Carroll.
Mr. Carroll. All right. You are here in 2021 CF 2623AO of a warrant the judge signed for a violation for a failure to register as a sex offender.
Yeah, we had a date. We had
Hold
a
on, hold on.
complication with the date. The months rotated.
1 second.
Yeah, because I've never had an issue before with that, you know.
All right, this is, I will set your bond in that case amount of $3,500. Condition of that bond, you have 48 hours once you leave the jail to register at the sheriff's office as a violent sexual predator or sexual offender. You're out on bond or release in 2018 CF 14024, 2020 CF 5284, 2020 CF 5613, 2020 CF 7968, and 2020 CT 261AE. Now, do you want to, state you on offer for the duelist case? You want to resolve that? The report in the court file that I read said he's confident to proceed, so just for the record.
You said the report you read said he was what?
Confident to proceed.
I got a competency hearing next month.
Yeah, the report says you're confident to proceed. That's what
Right
the
now?
doctor said. That's what the doctor said.
The doctor said it?
Yeah.
I got a competency hearing next month. The doctor said I was incompetent.
Yeah.
The last doctor I seen, the last two doctors I seen said I was incompetent. I haven't had the hearing yet though, in the courts.
I didn't see an order for a new doctor, so I saw one report in there.
I'm checking on the reports now.
Dr. Burns, what doctor are you talking about? I saw two doctors.
Okay. The note that I'm seeing here, Your Honor, he was found incompetent to plea on January 11th, 2021, is what I'm reading in the notes in his file.
Both doctors.
And that was a note put in January 11th of 2021. And it's set record in April for a comp status.
There were new orders. In which case? Because there were.
This is for the 2020 CT 261.
No, that's the case 263 he's here for right now. That's a new case, so there's no way he was found incompetent to proceed in case it wasn't filed yet.
No, the driving while license suspended.
Oh, okay, the 261, okay.
Yes.
Driving license suspended case.
I see the same thing, Your Honor, that he has been previously found incompetent on the duelist.
All right. Wow, just,
January 11th.
all right. Was that a circuit judge in all the cases doing that, or was that just a county judge in?
It looks just like it was the county judge. Which
Yeah,
was
so
Judge
there's
Cameron.
just different reports and different circuit cases. All right, so we can't resolve that case. All right, well, as to the other cases, the court find probable cause that you have committed a new law offense while out on release in those cases, going to revoke that bond, going to set new bonds at $0 in all cases. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases, and we get you to your next court dates and talk to the felony judges about what's going on.
Okay, so is this bond, I can bond out on this, and with 48 hours, I can?
Yeah, so if you're able to get in front of the other judges, the circuit judges and your county judge, you can get bond hearings, and they can give you, I took away those bonds or releases that you had on those cases.
Oh, you revoked all the other bonds?
Correct.
So I
But
can't get?
I have to give you, I have to give you a bond as to the new case. The law says I have to do that.
Okay, so when I go to court in April, everything else will be resolved?
Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, because they said that the incumbency superseded all the other charges. Because I had like 3 other attorneys, they said they all went behind the incumbency hearing.
Yeah.
With all the cases.
Okay. All right. Have a great day, sir.
All right, you too, man. God bless you, man. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Tang Dao.
Mr. Dahl, you're here in 2021 CF 2520AO for a violation of a sex offender to register. The judge signing your warrant, hold on, has already found probable cause for your arrest. I want to set your bond in this matter in amount of $3,500. Condition of your bond is that you have 48 hours once you are released from the Orange County Jail to get to the sheriff's office and report as a violent sexual predator or sexual offender. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, have a great day, sir.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am. Whoa, hold on.
he has an immigration hold.
Well, hold on. Well, I got 2 problems now. I just looked at, it was Manatee County. All right, so 2 things. You have an immigration hold, so you may not be able to bond out immediately. Secondly, you won't be able to bond out immediately because you're going to be held for 72 hours because you're a violent felony offender of special concern. You're going to wait for Manatee County to take action on your violation of probation. You understand that? I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you because most likely you're going to end up staying here unless the state's asking me to take action right now. You got to wait for Manatee County.
His probation officer stated that there's a BOP to be completed.
Yeah, well, they have to. So you're not. So you got 5 days to be held for the violation of probation. All right. You also are being held because the Immigration and Customs Enforcement probably needs to come talk to you about whatever's going on. Okay. So you got 2 things holding you other than this particular case. You understand?
So I don't get one today?
No, you're not going to be able to bond out today. You're going to stay here with me today for the next 5, at least for the next 5 days.
What my wife can do for me for now?
I can't hear you. So your wife?
My wife can do for me to get out of here?
Well, right now, nothing, because the law is identified you because of the charges you're on probation for. It's a violent felony offender of special concern. If there's a violation for a person that's classified that way, they cannot be bonded out. They cannot be released until the violation of probation is resolved. So until you can get over to Manatee County to resolve the case, you're not going to be released from custody. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I registered 2 days late.
Yeah, just don't talk about the facts of your case because you may think you're helping yourself, but you're probably not helping yourself, all right? So being a sex offender in the state of Florida is very meticulous. You have to be a very meticulous person because if you don't, you're going to get violated. Because every sheriff's office in our state has a dedicated group of people that all they do is check in on sexual predators and sexual offenders. That's their only job. They have nothing else to do. So, they're going to violate you if you misstep out of line, all right? So, I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you so you have representation. So call the number on the green sheet of paper if you have any further questions, all right? Call the number on the paper if you have any further questions, all right? All right, have a great day. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Cole Davis.
All right, Mr. Davis, you're here in, make sure. All two matters, right? Yes. You're here in 2021 MM 1734AO on charge of resisting officer without violence and disorderly intoxication. You're also here in 2021 CF 2923AO on charge of battery on law enforcement officer. Court did review the charging affidavits in both cases. I did find probable cause for your arrest as to both cases. I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Condition of your pretrial release is that you are not allowed to possess any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription. Not allowed to return to the scene of this location. You're subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you 30 days for any possible narcotics that may be in your system before that first test, but the alcohol testing will happen immediately. Do you understand? All right, have a great day, sir.
Will you allow him to return back to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, sorry, he's from New Jersey, right?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, allow you to return back to Pennsylvania. But my only.
Well, I just have a quick question. So I was wondering how that would work in terms of me getting the case possibly transferred back to PA, because
There's no transferring of cases between states unless you are a child, or there's some child support things and other conditions that we have interstate compacts between all the states. So Florida's a sovereign jurisdiction, so we control what's going on in our state only. It doesn't leave our state. Now, your supervision of pretrial release, they're allowing you to, because usually you might have to stay in Florida, allowing you to go back home. Now, I always warn people when I let them do that, is that, look, we live in a COVID world right now. We don't fly people. Florida extradites pretty much everybody. So we don't fly people anymore. You okay? You don't ride it. If you violate my orders, you can ride a bus from PA all the way back to Orlando, stopping at however many jails it's going to take for you to get from PA down here, all right? So don't violate my orders, okay? So can't go back to the scene of the location, no drugs, no alcohol. You'll be tested for both. You understand?
Yes.
All right, have a great day. Tell me your name, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Hawks, you're here in 2021 CF 2914AO, a charge of trafficking and fentanyl, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, and all unlawful use of two-way communication device. Getting tired of here. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bonds as set in count 1 at amount of $100,000, count 2, $150,000, count 3, $150,000. Condition your bond, you're not allowed to possess any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription. You're also out on bond in 2021 CT 1619AO and 2020 CF 13681AO. And state, did you want to try to resolve the traffic case while he's here?
Judge, I did get my license on that case.
All right, so can we check and see if you got a valid license, and then that'll be even better.
In regards to the 13681, state requesting take no action, he was just arrested on it at 11:15 and we haven't filed on it yet.
Yeah, it's a duelist, so
No, the felony, Your Honor.
the felony that he was arrested on.
November 15th of 2020.
It says, no, that's the duelist.
We haven't filed on it yet.
All right. Well, if you got his license, then we can null process the duelist.
Your Honor, I don't even see that case uploaded in our system yet, so at this time I'm not able to resolve it.
All right, so I have my computer up here.
You see, I got a court date on the 12th. No, what's next Tuesday, the 16th?
You'll be here with me probably if.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have a court date on Tuesday coming up for that one.
Based on offers that they previously, I'm not going to take an action as to your duelist case, but as the 2020 CF 1368981 case, of course, going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0.
What's that, the driving?
That's the possession of cocaine with intent to sell and deliver.
They said they haven't taken an action on that case.
Yeah, but you're still on release on that case, and you're alleged to commit the same offense in this particular case, and then added an additional and very dangerous substance and fentanyl to the mix. So have a great day, sir. Oh, sir, tell me your name.
Carson Hendricks.
Mr. Hendricks, you're here in 2020 CF 1156AO on charge of dealing in stolen property and receiving money from a pawnbroker by false verification of identification. The judge signed your warrant in this case set your bond at $500 and $100. Condition of your bond is that you had no contact with any victims or witnesses, not return to the scene. Then I'll add no second-hand pawn transactions. But am I reading this correct, that he's currently serving a DLC sentence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sir, I was wondering if I can, my court date ain't until the 26th, and I was wondering if I can just take care of everything today, if I can plea out to it.
I can't do anything about today because I can't, they haven't authorized me to take felony pleas during this proceeding. But we do have a docket called a jabber docket that they may be able to get you on if the information has the information been filed? If the information has been filed in this case, then, because it's just a warrant, so they didn't give me information. But if information has been filed, they can resolve that case and give concurrent sentencing, consecutive sentencing, whatever it's going to be to the DOC sentence you're in right now.
And information has been filed, Your Honor.
It has been filed with the same two charges?
Yes, Your Honor. Dealing in stolen property, yes. And
Right.
receiving money from home.
So, appointed public defender represents you. Tell them you want to go on the jabber. So you need to recall the number. Tell them you want to go on the jabber docket, so they can resolve that case for you quickly. All right. All right. Tell me your name, ma'am. Yes. Pull a little forward. There. All right, Ms. Hills, you're here in 2021 CF 28882 AO on charge of possession of morphine. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. You actually haven't been in trouble in a while since you were released. All right, ma'am, since you have no failures to appear, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as to these charges. Condition that on appointed public defender represents you. Condition that you keep in contact with your attorney. You show up at your court dates. You're not possessing any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You understand that? Be able to do those three things, you'll stay out of trouble. You won't have to worry about seeing me, okay? Have a great day. All right, tell me your name, sir.
12/18/1993. Gene
Your name?
Joaquin.
Gene? Joaquin, was this Gene your first name or Joaquin?
Joaquin is my first name, my last name G.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gene, you're here in 2021 CF 2900AO, charged of leaving the scene of a crash with injury. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bond at $2,500 in that case. Condition of the bond, you may not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, no contact with any victims or witnesses. You were out on bond in 2019 CF 15738AO on charge of grand theft motor vehicle and resisting officer without violence. Is that what the information says, both those charges? I want to make sure before
Just grand theft.
Just grand theft?
The
All right.
grand theft motor vehicle. That case is set for trial management 323, and it looks like it's going to be a trial.
All right. So, sir, in that case, I'm going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set a new bond as your grand theft charge amount of $5,000. Condition of that bond, no contact with any victims or witnesses, no operation of a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. And just to be clear, I want to ROR him on the non-charged resisting case. Charge him. Have a great day. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day. Oh, sir, tell me your name.
Harold Joyner.
Mr. Joyner, you're here in 2021 CF 2926AO on the charge of trafficking of 10 grams or more in MDMA or ecstasy and possession of drug paraphernalia. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Let's say your bond in count 1, the amount of $50,000. Count 2, an amount of,
You can ROR him to that charge, Your Honor.
yeah, but I'm not, because you guys may come back and charge him with basically the enhanced version of that, which is, so I reduced it to $100. That's account 2. Additionally, your bond that you have no, you're not possessing any drugs, or alcohol without a valid prescription. I'm appointed public defender to represent you. Have a great day. 100, yep. All right. Can you tell me your name, sir? Your name? Mr. King, you're here in 2021 CF 2906AO on a charge of grand theft motor vehicle and fleeing attempt to elude law enforcement. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Conditioning your pretrial release, you cannot have any contact with any victims or witnesses. You may not. Yes, sir. No return to the scene, the location, as well as may not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Say that again.
No operating, so no contact with any victims or witnesses. No return to the scene of the location. And then, 1 second. No operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All right, have a great day. All right. Hello, sir, tell me your name.
James LeBlanc.
Mr. LeBlanc, you're here in 2 matters. The first one is 2020 CF 2909AO on charge of possession of methamphetamine, possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia. You're also here in 2021 CT 1952AO on the charge of attaching a tag to a vehicle not assigned. The court did review the charging affidavit in both cases. I did find probable cause as to both cases. Is he one of these where he doesn't qualify because of an address?
He could qualify, Your Honor.
Yeah. All right, sir, I want to place you on pretrial release in this case. Condition your pretrial release that you not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. You have 30 days for any narcotics testing that may be in your system before the narcotics testing starts, understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you getting any treatment at the VA or?
Yes, sir, I need to go back to get treatment from the VA, sir.
All right, so we have vet court here, we have drug court here. You can go talk to the domiciliary over there, talk to the people over there, see if you can get some help, all right?
Sir.
All right, have a great day.
Mavis behavior.
All right, this is Mr. Mavis in, I think 2 cases, right? All right, sure, said that right. Yep. And his 2 cases, 2019 MM 375AO and 2021 CF 2915AO. When appointed public defender to represent him in both.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, the 2019 MM was a failure to appear warrant. His bond is $1,000, and his new case is possession of MDMA or ecstasy. The court reviewed the charging affidavit, found probable cause, want to stay his bond at $1,000. Condition of his bond that he not possess any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription. He was subject to random drug and alcohol testing at his expense. I'll give him 30 days for any narcotics testing that he may be before the first narcotics test happens. All right, then I have Reyes bonded. And then, ma'am, tell me your name.
Margaret Glenrose Simpson.
All right, Ms. Simpson, you're here in 2020 CF 9802AO for a failure to appear warrant. The judge signed your warrant, set your bond amount of $2,000 as to count 1 and $200 as to count 2. Your bond remain as set in this case. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases, not taking any action on these out-on bond cases. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, tell me your name, sir.
Kyle Wesley Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're here in one matter for 3 charges. The first case is 2021 CF 27960 AO for 2 charges of fraud. Sorry, first charge is fraudulent fraudulent representation. All right, hold on. This charge is written wrong. It's fraudulent use of personal identification is count 1. Fraudulent use of a credit card is count 2. And petty theft, which is count 3. I believe this is a warrant case. Yeah, the judge signing a warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in count 1, amount of $3,500. Count 2, $2,000. Count 3, $500. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision that you not possess any identification except your own. May not have any contact with any victims or witnesses. May I return to the scene of the location of these instances? I want to appoint a public defender to represent you.
Yeah, am I getting PTR?
You are getting PTR and bond.
So, well, what does that mean? I'm getting pretrial release?
I said bonds, and you're going to be supervised by your pretrial release.
So, to be released, I got to pay the bond?
Yep.
Oh, I don't get out on pretrial release?
Yeah, you'll be on pretrial release and bond, both.
What I'm saying, sir.
You're not getting straight PTR. Your last conviction was for this very same offense on 2 counts. So the court doesn't feel that's appropriate to release you on pretrial release.
I just can't afford the bond.
Okay. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you. You can get in front of the division judge in this case, and you can discuss that with that division judge. You understand?
Yes,
All right. Have a great day. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Mr. Tucker, you're here in 2021 CF 2674 AO on a charge of fleeing, attempt to elude law enforcement, and resisting officer without violence. The judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. They set your bond in count 1, amount of $5,000, count 2, amount of $500. Condition your bond, no operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're out on bond in 2020 CT 6446 and 2020 CT 6445 and 2020 CT 5764.
Yes, Your Honor. Regarding the 6446, he is currently set to plea in that case on the 24th. Same thing with the 6445, he's set to plea on the 24th. And then he is set for trial on the DUI, the 5764, on April 13th.
Okay. All right, sir, in those cases, and count in for each one of those, I'm going to set bond and amount of, or revoke your bonds or release statuses. I'm going to set bonds in each case in the amount of $2,000. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in a new case. Have a great day, sir. All right, this is, had Urena bonded.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then I'm up to Woodard. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Deborah Woodard.
Ms. Woodard, you're here in 2000. Wait. Make sure. You're here in 2021 CF 2913 AO on a charge of petty theft with 2 prior theft convictions, possession of an anti-shoplifting or control device, and conspiracy to commit a petty theft. The court did review the charging affidavit as to that case, and I did find probable cause for your arrest. You're also here on a violation of probation warrant from Seminole County. The judge in that case set your bond at none. As to the case you're here for Orange County, the court is going to set your bond in count 1, the amount of $2,000, count 3 and 2 in the amount of $500, and count 2 for $500, count 3, $500. Condition of the bond, no return to the scene of the location. May not possess any anti-shoplifting anything or control devices. No contact with any victims or witnesses. All right, we'll get you on to Seminole County as soon as we can. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day.
What was the bond on count 1, Your Honor?
2,000 and 500 and 500. All right. 1 second. All right, this is Mr. Bourne. He's here for quite a few things. He's here in 2021 CF 2928 AO, 2021 CF 2919 AO, and 2021 CF 2920 AO. He also has 2020 CF 18081 AO. I'm appointing the public defender to represent him in all his cases.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right. As to 2021 CF 2928 AO. There was a warrant, no. The court did review the charging affidavit in that case. It did find probable cause for his arrest for the charges of trafficking, possession of methamphetamine, possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell and deliver, possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a prescription drug without a prescription. I'll state his bonds as set in those cases, amount of $50,000, $15,000, $1,000, $500, and $1,000. Condition of the bond that he not possessing drugs without a valid prescription. In 2021 CF 2919 AO, I did find probable cause possession for driver license suspended as habitual traffic offender. Going to state his bond in the amount of $2,500. As to 2021 CF 2920 AO, the court is going to find probable cause and for grand theft motor vehicles, state his bond in the amount of $1,000. And 2020 CF 8081 AO is for a violation of probation. I'm going to state his bond in the amount of $0. I already appointed the public defender to represent him in all his cases. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Austin Carroll.
Mr. Carroll, you are here in 2019 CF 1857 AO for a violation of probation. The judge signed your warrant, set your bond at none. Your bond remain at none. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in your case. Have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir.
Jonathan Goldrow, sir.
Mr. Golder, you're here in two matters. The first one is 2016 CF 2782 AO for a violation of probation. You're also here in 2016 CF 1735 AO for a violation of probation. Your bond is set at none in both cases. You are considered a violent felony offender of special concern, sir. You won't be entitled to release on this case until your violation of probation is completed. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in your case. Have a great day, sir. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Jaden Haynes.
Mr. Haynes, you're here in 2016 CF 82101 AO on a violation of probation. The judge signed your warrant, set your bond at none. You are considered, sir, a violent felony offender of special concern. You are not entitled to release on your case until your violation of probation is completed. You understand? I want to appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Daryl Alden.
Alden, you're here in two matters. The first one is 2021 CF 2924 AO. You're arrested for charges of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 counts of possession of ammunition by a convicted felon and possession of cannabis. The court did review the charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest as to that charge. I want to state your bonds as set on your charging affidavit. If I can get to it. There we go. Amount of $5,000, and then $150 for the remaining counts, and then $100 for the cannabis counts. You're also here for violation of probation in 2019 CF 542 AO. In that case, you're going to say your bond is $0, and that's that matter. So you're considered a violent felony offender of special concern, and you're not entitled to release on that case until your violation of probation is completed. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, are there any conditions for the possession of a firearm case?
No. Can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Shauna Polanco.
Ms. Polanco, you're here in 2019 CF 12989 AO for a violation of probation. The judge signed your warrant, set your bond at $0. Your bond remains at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Have a great day, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning. My name is Angela Renee Truitt.
Ms. Truitt, you're here in two matters. The first one is 2021 CF 2899 AO for a driving license suspended habitual traffic offender. I did review the charging affidavit in that case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I want to state your bond in that case amount $2,500. You're also here for a violation of probation in 2016 CF 11005 AO. In that case, the court is going to stay your bond in the amount of $0 in that case. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in both of your cases. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Tell me your name, sir.
Elwood Brunelles.
All right, Mr. Brunelles, you're here in three matters. The first one is 2021 MM 10980 AO on a charge of battery. The court, warrant, yes, sir. Yes. There's a warrant on this. Judge signed your warrant. This case has already found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to state your bond in that case amount of $500. Condition of your bond that you have no contact with the victim, that you not return to the scene of the location, not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be returned with law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You're also here for violations of probation in 2019 CF 7307 BO and 2019 CF 7489 AO. And in those cases, the court is going to stay your bond at $0 based on the warrant signed by your judge. Sir, you're a violent felony offender of special concern. You won't be entitled to release on your violation of probation cases until your violation of probations are resolved. All right, we'll appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. Have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing?
Can you tell me your name? Your name, please.
Wagner, Jimmy.
Mr. Wagner, you're here in two matters. The first one is 2021 CF 2717 AO on a aggravated battery with deadly weapon and aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic violence.
Your Honor.
Those are here for the warrant. Sorry, apologize. Sorry for that. You're only here for the violation of probation. I'm sorry. That is 2020 CF 7113 AO. In that case, the judge signed your warrant, set your bond at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in that case. So you also consider what is known to be a violent felony offender of special concern. You won't be entitled to release on your case for violation of probation until that violation of probation is completed. All right? Have a great day, sir. All right, can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Maria Warner.
Ms. Warren, can you cover your nose for me? Thank you kindly. All right, ma'am, you're here for some violation of probations in 2019 CF 7779 and 2019 CF 1432. And in those cases, the judge signing your warrant sets your bond at $0.
Yeah, can I say something?
Wait, let me finish. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in that case. And then you're also here, I believe, for the failure to appear, right? Well, say, oh, wait, this was the weird one. It was $0, and then it was $1,000 as to one of the cases.
I had a failure to appear.
Hold on. Wait. Because you got a failure to appear warrant and you have a VOP warrant.
No, I only had, I got court Monday.
Okay.
My public defender and my probation officer told me to turn myself in, do a walkthrough, because I had a seizure on the 27th of January. They resetted my court from March 15th. And then the person that I went to Moncrief.
Well, I have a question. Wait, let me get some questions answered. All right, so in 779, there's a bond, a failure to appear for $1,000. The other case still says $0, correct?
That was that man that I did a walkthrough. He added that for no, because he didn't like, because he got mad at what I said. So he.
Ma'am, calm down. I'm trying to get to the bottom of what happened so I can legally address what's going on.
Exactly.
Because the more information you give me is the more information you get the state of Florida. So I'm just trying to get to the bottom of what happened. So it seems like you have a bond on 2019 CF 7779 for $1,000. You have another case as a VOP case in 2019 CF 1432 AO.
I was already violated. I came in here, they violated me, I have violations, and I've been going to court on them.
Okay, so my question, as I'm trying to figure out, Ms. Davis, is that the other case, what is her bond situation as to that case?
Okay, she was picked up on a FTA warrant, which gave the bond for $1,000. They did 3 on-view VOPs, which comes in at a no bond.
Okay, all right. So I was trying to figure out what happened.
I was already I'm already going to court.
So my question.
That's what I'm saying. They told me
ma'am.
to do this.
Calm down, please. Because you're talking, I'm trying to think, and okay. I'm trying to put together what happened. All right, so the question is, the on-view violations, are they from probation? Are they from the law enforcement officer that arrested her on the FTA warrant?
I can take a look, one moment. Look like they're from the arresting officer.
All right. So in that case, because the FTA, unless the state of Florida is all of a sudden charging failure to appears in this county, which they haven't done in, I don't know, probably 20 years. All right. So as to 779, I'm going to stay here bond at $1,000. As to the other cases, I'm going to release her if I can, just to make sure. I want to RR her as to those cases, because they didn't have a bond as to the other cases, right? Other than the conditions that she had previously. So what were her bond conditions previously?
Her bond conditions on what, I'm sorry?
As to when she was released on 1432, what were her bond conditions before they on-viewed her right now? So what was she released? She was released on a VOP on what?
I turned.
So my goal is to reinstate her release conditions that she had on 1432. So state, if anybody can tell me, on 2019 CF 1432, what was she released on as her violation of probation? What was the bond amount the judge set that had her out?
I'm looking for it, Your Honor.
So I guess this is a real question. Madam Clerk, if I order $1,000 as a 779, and then her to remain on her, whatever release status she was on previously in 1432, would that be enough, or they're gonna?
You gonna set a bond on those, or you gonna
It was,
argue?
I'm trying to, she was on some kind of release.
I served time.
That's fine, but like the case wasn't resolved, so like obviously there's an open violation going on. So your judge released you on some kind of release condition. I'm trying to figure out what that release condition was, so then we can get you, you don't get rearrested for some paperwork mix up.
I got court.
It was saying, when she was placed on probation at the time of her release, it stated that she had to complete the impulse control class,
Correct.
be responsible for the payments of any cost incurred, and report to probation and comply with any conditions of probation.
So the question is, so they only violated her on, originally, they only violated her on one case and not both? Is that what I'm guessing, assuming it happened? They only violated her on 779 and never violated her on 1432?
Yeah, they violated her on both cases on July of 2019.
All right, so after that happened, she got arrested, obviously, and then
No.
she never got arrested, so how she get a failure to appear warrant for a case? It was an NTA. Unless she got a notice to appear, and then she didn't appear, the notice to appear, but then the judge should issue the warrant on both cases, we only issued a warrant on one? Okay, so this is what it is. She got a notice to appear. She was supposed to appear for court on the 26th of January. I guess she failed to appear. But for some reason, the judge only issued a warrant in one case and not, or at least the clerk, I don't know if it's the judge or something happened where the judge or the clerk didn't only issued a warrant on one case. So I'm trying to figure out what either Judge Lattimore or Judge Strobridge, what did she do?
Okay, so she had an order to appear on January the 28th of 2021. And that's when she failed to appear. Order to appear for a violation of probation, community control. It just says you are hereby commanded to appear before the undersigned.
I'm reading the chart. So my question is then, on the 26th or the 28th, what did Judge Strobridge do? On January 26th, because I see what she gave me, what she did the other day, but what did she do on the actual arraignment day for this case? But somehow she issued a warrant for a $1,000 bond on one case.
So you want to know what happened on the other case?
No, okay, so on 779, she was ordered probably to be here at the same time on the 26th for the same violation, for notice to appear. Some reason she didn't show up. She said she was having a medical issue, wherever she was doing. The judge issued a warrant. She has two cases, but only one case got the warrant, which was a $1,000 bond on one case. So I just want to make sure that she's going, if I release her RORs, she's still going to be good for the notice to appear, which it sounds like that's what's going to happen. So I want to stay your bond, ask your failure to appear, because I don't have Judge Strobridge here to talk to you about your notice to your failure to appear. I'm going to ROR you as to those other two cases for the on-view violations, because that shouldn't happen. And then So you gotta do is post the bond at $1,000. It seems like you have a hearing on the 15th to resolve your case. So make sure you make it to that hearing, otherwise you're gonna be seeing me soon, because the judge's gonna issue another warrant for your arrest. All right, I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in both your cases, if he's not already appointed.
So just to clarify,
Yeah, so,
for 779, I have a paper for a violation of probation, and I also have for 779, a paper for failure to appear. Both of them are $1,000 bonds.
so 779 is a notice to appear case, and so is 1432. She didn't appear in January. Judge Shorebridge issued a warrant for her arrest, setting a bond at $1,000. However, it seems that she didn't issue a warrant for the other case. So she only issued a warrant for 779. So technically, 1432,
They knew I was in the hospital for a seizure.
yeah, so 1432 never got a warrant for whatever reason.
I think she said she has two different judges, Your Honor.
Yeah, Strobridge for 1432, which is and then 779, you say it's a different judge?
That same judge.
Yes, Judge Strobridge. You have a new judge now, because Judge Strobridge just got into that division in January, so it's not, you don't have to judge from when you pled. It's gonna be a new judge that's there now in that division.
I just have a failure to appear and a violation of probation on 779.
On 779.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, there's no violation of probation.
So we're ROing on the violation of probation for 779.
Yes, he's just gonna be on the failure to appear. So RR her has these on-view violations because she hasn't committed a new law offense. There is no reason on view her as to those cases.
ROR is for all violations,
Except but she has to pay the failure to appear warrant for $1,000.
and that's 1,000, okay, got it.
So is that clear as mud now? All right, let's try this. All right, hello, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Louis Francis Bottorff.
Mr. Is it Batford?
Bottorff.
Botford. Mr. Botford, you're here in 1986 CF 3288 from a out-of-county warrant from Pasco County. The judge signed that warrant back in the day, set your bond at $0. Your bond remained at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case, and we can get you on to Pasco County as soon as we can, all right?
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, sir, tell me your name.
Dustin Brown.
Mr. Brown, you're here in 2019 CF 2632 from a case out of Alachua County for out-of-county warrant. The judge in that case set your bond amount of $25,000. Your bond, sorry, not 25, 2,000, I think, is it 25,000?
It is
It's $25,000, right? Set your bond amount of $25,000 for a failure to appear. You can post that bond, or we can get you on to Alachua County as soon as we can, all right?
So I only can go to Alachua County if I post a bond?
You can post a bond, but you gotta go back to Alachua County to deal with this case. So you're gonna eventually get a court date from them, or you're gonna get a court date when you bond out. But if you miss the court date again, you're gonna issue another warrant for your arrest, so.
And if I don't bond out, I just stay here?
Yeah, you stay here, we get you on to Alachua County, hopefully we get you sit over there as soon as we can.
Okay, all
All right,
right.
but I'll appoint the public defender to represent you while you're here with me.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, have a great day. All right, tell me your name, ma'am.
Christina Figueroa.
Ms. Figueroa, you're here for an out-of-county warrant from Seminole County. The judge signed that warrant, set your bond at $0. Your bonds remain at $0. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you here while you're here with us, and hopefully we get you on to Seminole County in the next few days, all right? Have a great day.
Gonzalez refused court.
All right, this is Frank Gonzalez. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him in this case.
Will waive, Your Honor.
All right, he's here for an out-of-county warrant. Judge in Volusia County. Is this for a probation violation? No, grand theft, I'm sorry. All right, set his bond amount of $3,000. I'm not taking any action on his failure to appear case. Tell me your name, sir.
Jonte Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, you are here in 2018 18 4353 AO for warrant out of Lake County. The judge signed your warrant, set your bond at none. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. And we'll get you on to Lake County as soon as we can. All right, have a great day. All right. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Amanda Marie Luyando.
Mr. Luyando, you're here in 2020 CT 1. Oh, this is the one that, the warrant that wasn't a warrant.
Or actually,
Yeah, okay. All right, Ms. Luyando, I thought Judge Arendas emailed us this morning, let us know that you are to be released on your own recognizance as to that warrant. All right, so you have some other court dates. Make sure you make your court dates in front of Judge Arendas, all right?
Okay, well,
In Osceola County.
I just want to mention, however, that yes, I did go to court for this. They did squash the KPS.
I don't know what happened. I just got a note from Judge Arendas saying that for me to let you go.
Okay.
So you need to make sure you make her court dates, whatever date she sets for you in the future. Otherwise, you're going to get a warrant and then you'll be back here in this arrest situation, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, have a great day. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Jermaine.
Your name.
Jermaine Man.
Mr. Man, you're here in 2019 CF 2243 for the out-of-county warrant from Osceola County. The judge in that case set your bond at none. Your bond remain at none. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in your cases. Have a great day, sir.
Is there a, out on bond for him?
Oh, I'm not taking any action on his out-on-bond case. The obstruction of execution on warrant. I mean, we could resolve some of these other misdemeanor cases if I want to. There's a resisting case, and I think this is the one where I think I misspoke earlier. I think this is the one that there was a competency something in one of his cases, and they say he's competent now. Yeah, I was looking at the 2020 MM 3712 BO case.
He currently is set for competency status in August.
Yeah. I think the report said he was competent. I misspoke. I think that was this case I was thinking about.
There's a court hearing back in February.
It's all right, we don't have to do that. Just, if you guys aren't ready, we'll get him on to he get other court dates he can be reached at.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, have a great day, sir. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Ryan Miranda.
Mr. Miranda, you're here in 2021 CF 588, a case from Lake County. There's an out-of-county warrant where the judge in that case set your bond at $0. Your bond's going to remain at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you while you're here with me. Hopefully we get you on to Lake County as soon as we can. All right, have a great day. So Sanders is missing.
Sanders.
It's my last one, Sanders. All right. All right, this is Mr. Sanders, and for the out-of-county warrant for Volusia County, we're going to appoint a public defender to represent him.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, the judge of Volusia County says bond of $2,500. Now you can post that bond, or we'll get him on to Volusia County as soon as we can. All right, does anybody have anything else for the better of the order?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, everybody have a great weekend.